Hi Scorpio, welcome to your What You Need to Hear Right Now general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Scorpio. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who needs to hear this message. Hi, cross watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in a Scorpio. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Scorpio and cross watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and get your reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear, set the energy, and do a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to go right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you with me now, thank you so much for joining me here. It really does help me connect with your energy to do these mini meditations. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in, ring the sound bowl 3 times, and during that time I just want you to open up your energy, to ask any questions you have about your love life, to think about a certain someone if they've been on your mind, and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Scorpio. So what I saw was like a couple just cuddling naked. I don't know if this was after or before sex or whatever, but just being comfortable naked with each other, holding each other. And it was like they were in bed, they were just feeling the moment, but then someone got up and just felt like they couldn't embrace that moment, couldn't be in that moment, and like, you know, got their clothes on and left. And I wonder if there's some vulnerability issues going on with you and someone that you've always felt between the two of you, and you just don't know how to get them to be okay with being vulnerable or opening up in that sense. And then I saw like a little race car wheel. It looked like one of those like games at like a, oh, what is it called? Um, One of those adult arcades. I'm totally blanking on the name right now. But just kind of like, I feel like someone wants to take more control over their emotions in this, and realizing that, you know, I can't control how someone reacts or responds, but I can control how I can handle this. And if they're not ready yet, what is my choice now? And I wonder if some of you guys already made that decision to kind of just get back on your track and do what you can, and others are kind of having trouble with taking the role of just being the one to initiate the change. Because I do feel that there's care for this person, there's love for this person even, but you just can't be the one to do it all, or to just always rely on yourself to get this going, or for them to be interested. I mean, I think they're interested, they're just scared to be. It's really interesting what I'm tapping into here. So I kind of definitely want to find out what this is all about for you guys. So let's get into it. All right, Spirit, tell me what Scorpio needs to hear about their love life right now. What does Scorpio need to hear about their love life right now, Spirit? Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So I wonder if this is what you're waiting for this person to do, and have been waiting and trying to be patient, but each and every day that they just keep on blocking this off, you're losing more and more hope. The letter E is sticking out to me, and I'm even seeing someone's name end with an E, first, middle, last initial, like Shane or Brienne, I don't know. But I kind of feel with this is what you're hoping they will do, Scorpio. And some of you are wondering if you should just get the conversation out there, if you should just say, you know what, like, I do care about you, I always will. But I don't know, there's just this feeling of I can't wait forever. I definitely feel like Taurus energy, Capricorn energy, very much around this. So you could have strong Taurus or Capricorn in your chart, or you could be dealing with one of those signs here. But I do feel like someone's just tired of, you know, hoping for that person to follow through. And some of you are just wondering if they ever will or if they even can. Someone may have like a scar, a birthmark, or a tattoo on their wrist. And in their perspective, yeah, they want to, but they just, I don't know if it's just whatever's stopping them. I feel like it's their own ego for sure that's preventing them from doing this. All right, tell me more. What else does Scorpio need to hear about their love life right now? Inner child. Wow. Number 16 here. Okay, so some of you guys need to know that these issues around vulnerability with this individual that I'm connected to stems around inner child wounds, definitely. And I do feel they came from a family where, you know, their emotions were not safe, where they didn't feel free to express themselves, where they were kind of taught to just silence themselves, you know, crying doesn't help, keep it going. Like, so the emotional realm gets very, very scary for them. But then I kind of also wonder for the other counterpart, again, roles could always be reversed for whoever's cross-watching for a Scorpio, but the other counterpart, there's something about their inner child that feels so attached to this energy, maybe because in the past, or there was an instance where this person did make you feel loved, they did make you feel safe, they did make you feel protected. And that was something of your inner child that grew fond of this person, and maybe you guys attached in that spiritual, emotional way, very subconsciously or very subtly. Now, with inner child, I know it's just very generic of what the card says, but this could be someone you have kids with, does not have to be the case. But I do feel with this inner child energy and express your love, like this fear that whoever is enabled to express their love or enabled to express their vulnerability, it's stemming from an inner child wound, Scorpio. So for those of you that were asking, like, did I do something wrong? Could I have done something more? This is a wound entirely within themselves that they need to address and fix. Okay, let's get into the tarot. What is the main focus of this situation, or what Scorpio needs to know? Four of Swords, yeah, Libra energy. So I do feel at this period of time, you guys have been quiet with each other. Maybe you're in no contact, or maybe even it's just communication has been a lot more bland, and they may be seeing that on your end, Scorpio, because some of you are just done trying. I'm going to get all the cards out first, and then we'll do a deep dive. Yeah, Ace of Swords. And, you know, just the muddle of clarity that's not there is making all this worse. It's like you feel like you're left to come up with your own answers, your own solutions. Yeah, wow, a lot of air energy. So some of you could definitely be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius here. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Pisces energy, Cancer energy for me as a reader. You guys pick up on a lot of energies that even they're not aware of, honestly. Just the fact that you can dive deep into people's psyches is pretty impressive, I gotta say, as being a psychic healer, light worker myself. I do feel like since you were a child, you knew you had these gifts of strong intuitive awareness, of noticing when things weren't right, having strong gut feelings of when things were meant to happen in your life. And I do feel that spirituality is a big part of your life and what you believe in. And maybe even some of you guys, they found out how intuitively accurate you are, and that there was nothing that they could get past you. And even if they told you something and you just said yes, but you knew deep down it wasn't really, it didn't add up, you were absolutely right about it. But I do kind of feel, Scorpio, like if you're wondering, well, okay, then if they don't want to be vulnerable with me, if they don't want to open up, then why are they still there? There is a clear understanding about your energy and how they still feel drawn to it, how they're so mystified by it. I gotta say, with this spiritual, psychic, intuitive energy, they haven't come across someone like you. They may have come from a very strict religious background, or they may have come from like a family that was, you know, very matter of fact, scientific, which is fine. Not that the two can't coexist, but I do believe like they thought, oh, you know, tarot or psychics or, you know, that's all kind of not real. And then, you know, you've proven to them in certain ways how it kind of was, whether you predicted certain things or, you know, just by after being with you, they started to have their own awakening, seeing certain numbers, synchronicities. But with the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, it could also indicate the silence that's been going on. And even if you guys are apart, even if you don't talk, the energy between the two of you is still very, very strong. You know, you still think about each other a lot. And I think, Scorpio, if they were the ones to be the one to not express themselves, there's not a day that goes by that they don't think of you or think of what would happen if they really just were to open up into trust. And I think Spirit is taking them on their own journey to kind of connect with their higher selves and leave the fear of the ego behind. Someone could have a cat as well, or someone's been seeing black cats a lot, particularly at this time. So let's get into it. At the center of this is the Four of Swords. Sorry, gotta cover up the nudity for YouTube guidelines. Libra energy, like I said. So yeah, I definitely do feel that maybe you guys have like stop trying to reach out or stop trying to talk and stop trying to initiate the conversation to see what they will do with it. And so far, it's just been silent. But I feel as if they're thinking a lot now that they're left to their own thoughts. And I do feel, Scorpio, they think about, you know, the times where they wanted to reach out, wanted to say more. There's a part of their inner child that's just very scared. And I don't know if this is particular towards you or if it's just towards being open and relying on someone else, trusting someone else is very scary for them. And I wonder too, like if the last conversation you guys had, you know, they tried to maybe be more sexual with it, flirty with it, but if you're not feeling them on that deeper level, it's not something you could really entertain. So you may have left them on red or you kind of gave them a response that they weren't hoping for. And their ego was definitely bruised by that. I kind of want to get into this Four of Swords to see why it's like this right now, why the silence has led to this. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Virgo energy. You didn't see the effort be putting in, the desire to have this, the want for this. You know, Eight of Pentacles in the upright is dedication. It's perseverance through hard work, through discipline, through knowing that this is what you want and you're going to get it. And you didn't feel that vibe with this person. You only felt it on your end. And when you saw it was only one-sided, that was the hard truth that I think you guys had to take in and realize that they may be looking for someone that's constantly trying. But I can't be in a partnership like that where there's only one person constantly trying. Tell me more. I don't know, for some of you, I'm kind of getting this feeling like you felt like you always had to prove yourself to this person. And that definitely comes from insecurity, from inner child wounds as well. And then the Knight of Swords. Ooh, interesting. Gemini energy. I feel like some of you guys kind of felt like, whether they were aware of this or not, but like they always kind of felt the need to run the show of when they wanted to talk to you, they will. And when they were too busy, they just kind of didn't give you direction or clarity onto why they stopped talking. They like to be in control of the communication, I feel. And maybe that's why I kind of saw that like tour racing car steering wheel. It's like, no, I need to take a hold of this. It can't always be on their time. It can't always be on their terms. And I do feel like, in a sense, since you last talked or since they kind of picked up on the pullback of your work into this, they've been kind of upset by it. But what did they expect? Bottom of the deck, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like your last conversation, they tried to make up for it, but in a way that you just still didn't feel right about it. It didn't show any promise. It didn't show any dedication. And now they're really struggling with how to, you know, still have this with you, because they do still want you, but they also want their lifestyle. They also want their safety and comfort of what they perceive that to be. Even though I think that's what Spirit is trying to push them out of through meeting you, Scorpio. They definitely felt rejected by you through the last conversation they had with you. Capricorn energy. What's crossing this is the Ace of Swords. I mean, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. It's just the clarity, like I've said from the beginning of this reading, that is still bothering you the most. You can pick up on it, you can feel it, but you want to hear it from them. The truth. And I think at the back of your mind, again, you already know what that is. You're very psychic, you're very intuitive, you can pick up on that, but it's almost like at this point with the Four of Swords at the dead middle of this, you kind of want to stay away from this person if they're not going to tell you what you need to hear, if they're not going to give you clarity, if they're just going to continue to leave you hanging. Now, Scorpio, from the imagery of this card here, you know, this woman has this guy kind of tied down. I do feel, Scorpio, that they're on their end, what they're not telling you is that they feel more connected to you. They feel at a loss about you, or at least they're just overcomplicating the situation by not being truthful with themselves. And I do feel, again, whether this is past life or even early childhood energies, they're just afraid of being controlled or tied down. And for some reason, their brain or their heart kind of computed that love makes you tied down, love makes you restricted. And again, big inner child flags here about that. I do feel, though, Scorpio, that just confirmation for someone out there, there's something they did in bed with you for the first time that they didn't know they were going to like, but they did. And they still think about that. And now they have a little bit of a yearning for that, whatever that position was, whatever that act was. It was amazing on their end of whatever they did with you. Someone could also have green bed sheets, a green comforter, green curtains in their room. What's crowning this is the Two of Swords, Libra energy. So what I feel like, what you can see from this is that, you know, the effort isn't there. They use their words more so when they're feeling like they want to be a part of your life, when they're missing you, when they want to have that, you know, passionate night with you that they always have with you. So they'll reach out to you, they'll try to seduce you. What are you doing? But yeah, lately you have not been biting the bait as far as that goes. You definitely have been keeping your silence or keeping your distance or acting like you're not interested. And that's what has this person thinking a lot about you, Scorpio. They're kind of starting to see your boundary as far as, you know, don't reach out to me unless you have something to say. Some of you do get tempted, though, to reach back out and to give this a go again, but then you're reminded by spirit or your own intuitive feeling like they have not broken the cycle. They have not kind of seen the error of their own ways yet, and if you were to give in, that would further delay that. And there's something about tulips I'm seeing as well, red tulips particularly. I wonder if you went camping with this person before? Rooting this is the Six of Cups. Scorpio energy. Some of you could possibly be dealing with a Scorpio or someone with strong Scorpio in their chart as well, but this is the hard part about all of this, is that you've had feelings for each other for a very long time. And I think, you know, for a while you kept that hope up, you kept that wish up, but You're relying, maybe the hope and the wish is coming from memories more so than any indication that things will change. I feel like some of you guys finally deleted a certain picture that you had of them on your phone. And maybe it was kind of like, or maybe, I don't know, deleted certain pictures off Facebook, Instagram, just because you're trying, if they can't make the effort to at least, again, take control back and do what you can for your own healing. And I think, Scorpio, this person is now stuck with their memories of you, stuck with the thoughts of you that come time to time. And if they did notice that you deleted pictures, they're pretty upset by it. They saved it themselves though, so they'll always have that screenshot. But yeah, I think their higher selves are trying to get them to realize there's a contract here that if you guys were to open up and start trying to examine it, you would be very happy. They prevent themselves from their own happiness a lot. In the recent past, we have the Page of Cups. Water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So again, in this deck, the Page of Cups does in the booklet associate with jealousy. So if we want to take it that route, yeah, I think if they realized you weren't engaging as much anymore, or that you weren't willing to make the effort to talk about it anymore, or that you were being distant, or you deleted pictures, whatever, it did make them upset. And I think by, being upset, it's showing them, whether it's hard for them to admit or not, that they do care. And I do feel that there have been times in the recent past where they wanted to reach out to you. They wrote out something, but then stopped themselves from sending it. And you guys, I think, have started, if this Page of Cups is on your end, the process of healing. By realizing, I can't change anyone that doesn't want to change themselves. I understand my emotions. I understand my feelings. I'm okay with them. But I can't make someone else be okay with them. I can't make someone else, it's like pulling teeth with this person to open up, to trust, to be there, to be consistent. I do kind of feel this person has a lot of emotional flare-ups, it kind of feels like. And they don't know how to control them themselves. They haven't been at peace since you left, really, spiritually, emotionally. And with the Page of Cups, it always kind of gives me like heart chakra energies and definitely inner child energies. So my left ear is kind of ringing here. I wonder if some of you intuitives kind of get that from time to time. But with this Page of Cups energy, they're hoping that one day you'll kind of come back. You'll say you're sorry. You'll say that you want to work on this, that you've just been feeling this way. It's really interesting with this express your love here, that now at this period of silence between the two of you, they're hoping that you'll reach out, the green light from you. And they need to do it. Whoever's balls in the court, crosswatcher, Scorpio, whoever's been the one that has been making this so difficult needs to do this. Needs to say what they need to say, needs to be genuine, needs to be real, needs to open up and trust. All right, Scorpio, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to the end of the month, or in the very near future that you need to be aware of, know about, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. So guys, on Vimeo, I can show the cards. I will be showing these cards. I'll get really in touch with the sensual side, the sexual side of this energy, even just anything you need to hear. So regardless of whatever happens, you make the best decision for yourself. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Scorpio, I hope that this is giving you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to what you need to hear about whatever's going on in your love life at this time. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Scorpio, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Scorpio.